What's up, guys? I apologize for the background noise slash sizzle that you might hear in this video. My roommate is actually cooking burgers on our little, George Foreman grill thing, so if there's a little bit of, staticky sounding noise, that's probably what it is, but she shouldn't be too much longer, hopefully. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into the video. This week, it's not really a rant, it's just kind of a discussion I wanted to have, just to kind of get other people's opinions. I thought I'd state my own on it and just see how that goes. Next week and the week after that will probably both be pickup videos because I still have a lot of stuff I have to show from January, because January was a pretty good month, and it's probably the last big month I'm going to have as far as pickups are concerned, just because my life is about to get extremely crazy. I have 8 classes I'm taking. My tennis season is going to get in full swing here pretty soon, and then I'm still working, so obviously life is going to be extremely busy for a while. But nevertheless, I'm still going to have pickups and everything, just probably not as many, and there might be a little bit more rant videos and just talking about different topics and stuff like that. So today's topic of discussion is going to be my thoughts on giving your friends deals on video games, consoles, systems, whatever you want to call it. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because it's kind of come up in conversation with a couple people recently, so I figured I might just state my opinion on it, see what other people have to say, and then, yeah, because I am curious to know what you guys do with this situation. So, I like to price my games extremely fairly, especially if I get them for a very good price. And I tend to give almost the exact same deal that I get on something to my friends as well, especially if it's in person. So, for example, if I'm at a garage sale or a flea market with a fellow collector or one of my friends or whatnot, and I find a game for like $5. Say we'll take Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo. Say I find a copy of Secret of Mana for $5, and my friend is also right there, but didn't see the copy of Secret of Mana for some reason, and so I purchased it for $5. Now, I already own Secret of Mana, and my friend doesn't own Secret of Mana, so what I would do, because that game is probably, I don't know, what is it now, like a $30 game? Even though it is worth $30, if I'm there and my friend's there and they wanted that game, I'm just going to give it to them for the $5 that I paid, because just because I saw the game first doesn't mean that you couldn't have got there any faster than me. So if they want it, I will give you the game for exactly the same amount of money that I paid for it. Now, that's usually how I operate with everything in person. It's a little bit different if it's online, just because there's shipping involved and whatnot. But it's like that way with anything. If I find a game for $10 and a fellow collector on here who I have a good relationship with, mind you, if it's someone that I don't really know that well, the situation might be a little bit different. But if it's someone that I know is reliable, is, very much into their collection and really wanted this game, I'll probably give it to them for the exact same price that I paid. And then they just might have to pay for shipping. And that's usually, like I said, how I like to operate. And the reason why I've kind of changed my philosophy on this, because before it would be like, all right, I'll do like a certain percentage of eBay and then do it from there. But recently I've kind of just tried to drop a lot of my prices on stuff if there's things that people have wanted or whatnot, just because the retro gaming market, at least recently, has just skyrocketed in price, I'm sure, as all of you know. And it's a lot harder to get games that you want for your collection for a decent price. And so, I know how that feels. There's a game that you really want, you see someone else pick it up, and it's like, oh shit, I really want that game, and rambling. So the point I wanted to make is that it's getting harder and harder to find games for a decent price. I mean, it's very rare nowadays that anyone is able to get anything for garage sale prices unless you just have a really good hookup going on or a really good store that you can go to. And so it's easier if you have, a really good friend that has a game and they just sell it to you for a cheaper price. So I try to do that myself, especially with people I know. I know that if they want a game and I have it, I'm going to try to do the best price I possibly can. But at the same time, I don't want to screw myself over. If I buy something for $3 and I give it to you for $3 also, there's shipping involved, and I need to be able to kind of make a little bit of money at least with that. So that's kind of my take on that whole thing. But it's different when it comes to eBay. And this is, again, just my opinion. If I have some items that maybe aren't selling with, like, my friends and whatnot, and I put them on eBay,
Sorry,
You're extremely distracting. And I put the items on eBay. I'm definitely going to ask top dollar for them. And that's simply because it's eBay. There's fees involved. There's a lot of risk you're taking selling on there. And it's just, obviously, you know, there's a lot more involved in selling something on eBay than selling something to a friend and having them send you money on PayPal immediately. So that's kind of my whole take on that. And I know that I do offer very fair prices on eBay because my items sell almost immediately. I don't think I've had a single item that's stayed listed on eBay for more than like a day or two. So that's kind of what I use to gauge that, all right, like my prices are fair because people are buying my things immediately. But yeah, like I said, I like to give as fair of a price as I possibly can, especially to people I know. If I don't know you that well, because I've had a lot of people contact me on here about items they want that I have and what a good price would be and stuff, I try to offer a fair price. It might not be exactly what I paid, but that's simply because I don't exactly know what you're going to do with the game. You might just go ahead and turn around and resell it. But if I know you really well, then most likely I'm going to give you a great deal. But either way, I'm going to give you a great deal. I guess I should say that. I just know that there's some people that, even though they find a game for like $5, they'll still charge like $50 for the game, which is like, say, right on eBay's standard or whatever. Even if they know the person, and you know, that's fine. I can totally understand why you would do that. It's just, that's not me. That's not how I operate, because, I want to be able to kind of get that in return. Like, okay, if I'm offering you a fair price on something, then maybe one day when you have something I want, then you'll give me a fair price. And that's just, you know, that's always been my philosophy, especially because it's getting harder and harder, a lot harder, to find games, that I want, for a good price. And so, if I'm able to offer people a decent price for something and they're able to do it for me in return, then we're both essentially winning. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that topic. Okay, so I'm going to pose a question to you guys. Now, I'm talking about giving, you know, really fair prices on things, but I honestly don't know how this situation would go in the question I'm about to pose to all of you. So, say that you found a Nintendo World Championships card, and you found one for like $5, and say that you didn't just find one, but you found two for $5, and so you paid $10 for 2 Nintendo World Championships, which is, you know, totally crazy, and that will never happen, ever, but I'm just saying hypothetically if that happened, and you had a friend that wanted the other copy of Nintendo World Championships. Now, if you bought it for $5, would you give it to them for $5? And, you know, this might be me, I don't know if I'm going to eat my words here, because I said I do give my friends extremely fair prices, and that would mean that I would give the Nintendo World Championships to someone for $5. But because it is the Nintendo World Championships, I don't know what I would do in that situation, honestly. I don't know if I'd be able to give something that valuable up for $5. I mean, I might. It might depend on the circumstance, but I don't have an answer. I really don't know what I would do. You know, maybe I would charge like a fair price on it, like a really smaller percentage than what it's worth. Maybe not $5, but maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know. I had this conversation with myself yesterday, and I was like, what would I do in that situation? Like, I say that I give fair prices, but if it was a game that was that expensive, what the heck would I do? And I honestly don't know. So if you guys know what you would do in that situation, let me know, because I'm curious. So I'm curious to see what you guys kind of do with this stuff. Like, how fair do you do your prices? Whether that be in person or online, or I'm sure you give a better deal to friends or non-friends or whatever. I'm just curious, you know, I just like to see what other people do. But yeah, so that is all of my thoughts on this topic. So like the video, or, you know, if you hate the video, whatever. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Just reached 550 subscribers. That is awesome. So yeah, take care, guys. Next week will be a pickup video. Later.